Hi everyone, I just thought I'd do a little final thoughts and review of my Wltoys A-Cross. I've had it for a little while now and I've put it through hell and back. I've treated this thing like crap, I've jumped it, I've beat on it, I've put it through a lot more than anything I've seen on YouTube. And I actually managed to break a dog bone. And what happened, the way I broke it, you can see here, it's clean, a clean break. I can't really get it to focus, but yeah. You can see here, it broke off right at the cup. So what happened is I was doing some speed runs, testing out the 19-turn motor I put in here, and it's a little bit slower, maybe a mile an hour slower than stock. And a car come flying down the street, and I swerved to avoid it, or they were going to go right over it, and I hit a parked car's tire, and that snapped my dog bone immediately. So all of a sudden it was pulling to the side real bad, and I noticed I only had 3-wheel drive. So I look around on the ground, and sure enough, there's a part of my dog bone. So, what are my thoughts on this? It's worth the price if you can get it at $60. But keep in mind, you're going to have to replace the electronics because the ESC and the receiver are one unit and it uses a 5-wire servo, so you're going to have to replace that too. And don't trust the stock claim of waterproof. It's not waterproof. The way I screwed my electronics up is I went through 2 little puddles and all of a sudden it wouldn't turn no more. And the servo's bad, and I got a different servo, hooked it up. The actual ESC's bad. It will not control another servo. So, that being said, you're going to have to put new electronics in it. The stock motor is going to burn up as soon as you take it on any sort of steep hills or rocks, because it just doesn't have the torque. Now, this 19-turn has the speed and the torque. So, it's perfect. It's a 19-turn Sports Works. I don't know if they still make them, but it's a rebuildable motor. It works good. Now, as for upgrades, the first upgrade you're probably going to get is the aluminum slider. If you can see it here, let me turn my light on here. You can see there is a ton of play in this. Look at that. Next upgrade, you're going to want knuckles, because you turn, and you can see before it even moves the servo how much that knuckle bends. So you'll hit the throttle, this tire will do this, and you'll all of a sudden go off to the side real bad. So, definitely aluminum knuckles. You're going to want the aluminum slider. This plate inside here, you're going to want aluminum, because when you land and hit, I mean, I've jumped this thing about 7 feet in the air, and I really beat on it, let me tell you. And I bent the center shaft because you hit and all this plastic flexes and all that force goes through that shaft and into the transmission part back here, which is actually a spur gear. So, definitely aluminum top plate. Next, check out the rear links. Let's see if I can do it. You barely push, and look at that link. You're going to want those aluminum too. It's good for wrecking and stuff, but at the same time, it's not good. Now, other people said they break the pins in the driveline. The reason that is because when you get it, you need to put grease inside of these points. Otherwise, you're going to wear those pins out right away. Same with the dog bones and the CVDs, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this thing. One upside is instead of breaking the metal gears that I put inside of the stock diff, it broke the dog bone. That's good. That means the diff is stronger than the dog bones. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Do you guys think I should keep it and put some upgrades on it? Do you want to see more videos of it? Otherwise, I was thinking about selling this and my Rustler roller to get myself a 1/24th scale ECX Barrage and do some videos on that and mods and stuff for you guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this. It's going to be put up for now. I can't afford to fix it at the moment. I'm going to take my electronics out and put them back on the Stampede or maybe in my SCX-10 so I can get some videos for you guys. And that's it for this update. Okay, I wanted to add on to the end here for a subscriber who's been commenting. John, I can't pronounce your last name. The rear axle bolted right up for me. And you want to make sure you have these turned the right way. You want them to face kind of at an angle like this. And that clocks the rear end down a little bit. Now if you want to clock the rear end up, flip them around. And as for the screws that were a little too long, you can see right there, they're a little too long, but I put them through to where they actually dug into the axle a little bit. And it doesn't seem to affect anything, doesn't affect its durability or nothing. So, it was almost a direct bolt on. It's not perfect, but it's close. So again, so you can see real good what's going on here. I haven't broke it yet. And it's been holding up, it's locked. You can see it's locked. So yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. TTFN. I'm going to get my SCX-10 out and possibly get some more videos of that for you guys here soon. Let me know, do you want me to go up the same path I did with this to show how much harder it is to get up that path with this than it is with my competition crawler? Or I'm just going to take it up to the rock spot I have up on top of Kelly Butte. It's a completely different area though. So let me know. That's about a 3-mile hike or so altogether every time I do those videos. And you'll notice this. I thought I'd show you how I did a standard size servo in here. You'll see the weight's not here and the little tabs to hold it aren't here. That's because the weight's actually on the body. You'll see. Zip tied it right there. I actually added a little lead in the front to help keep the front end down a bit with my heavy battery in there. And so to get this to fit on this side, it's actually an SCX-10 servo mount there. You can see. And then to get it to work on this side, you have to drill a little hole through the bottom. See, here's the original hole. You drill a little hole. And I have another servo mount that's actually off an HPI because it's a little bit longer, and that's what holds this side. Mounted in there, it holds it just fine. The servo don't move around. I'm actually running an HPI waterproof servo, not the greatest, but it does the job. And yeah, that's pretty much it on how you mount the servo and everything to get a full-size one in there. And even though this is up a tiny bit higher right here, it doesn't seem to affect the center of gravity much. This thing flips like crazy as it is, especially with a 4,000 to 5,200 milliamp battery in the back. It's way top heavy, especially at high speed. So yeah, that's it. I'll talk to y'all later. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.